Nevada and Syracuse. And we struggled to beat Syracuse. I don't know why I say we. I didn't go there. I'm just a fucking fan. And I'm actually embarrassed to say
not for long. So, Stanford, I'll give them the W. They get 3-4.
No way. They're not going to beat Stanford.
Miami.
They're favored.
No.
I don't think they're favored, and I look at Vegas and I go, I haven't even watched Stanford, but I've watched Notre Dame. No.
I don't think they're beating Miami.
They're not beating Miami. Might not beat Navy. Navy just beat fucking Houston. Hell, they got more confidence than Notre Dame does. You got Army in the Shamrock Series.
That's a win.
It's a win. Maybe. Shit, I don't know. Again, when you suck, things are hard. Virginia Tech, probably a loss. USC, probably a loss. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Brian Kelly is...
How many wins does he have to pull
confusing me? God. You got to find... I mean, I was going to say you got to find a way to go 7-4, but you're already... That means you got to win out. You can't do that. Hell, find a way to rally to get to a bowl. You got to win 4 more games between... I don't see 4 more wins on that schedule. Miami's not a win. Virginia Tech's not a win. USC's not a win. And I don't think Stanford's a win. So the only 2 teams I'm saying you can win is Navy and Army, and Navy just beat Houston. So clearly there's some talents there, and there's some talent there, and Nia Matalolo does a hell of a job. And he's going to keep those kids humble, and that's their biggest game of the year. If they have a talented team, and this is a bad football team at Notre Dame right now, they'll win that game. And we'll be there.
We'll be there.
Speaking of, just got our tickets in.
We'll be drunk as shit watching that game.
Oh, God. I'm just going to go watch Navy. I'm going to get a boner for their triple option. Shit, dude. I don't know, man. They suck. They suck. They're not good. My question is, I want to talk about the play calling just for 1 second. Smitty, if I were to tell you that you were going to play a football
Hold
game.
on. Let me close my eyes and picture this.
Okay, yeah. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. We're going to play a little game here. Smitty, here's the circumstances. I'm going to explain what you do in a survival situation. You are the head coach of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Okay.
Jason Smith, 2016. Okay. You have a offense that's very good in the pass game. You have no defense. And you're suspect at running the football. But it's a monsoon. And you can't throw the football. Literally. It's almost impossible to throw a leather football down a field to matriculate the ball to score the football. It's in the middle of a hurricane. Wind is blowing. Rain is everywhere. On first down, what do you call?
Well, let me take you through my mindset. On Monday, I knew I was playing in this hurricane.
Correct. Or there was a chance. There was definitely a chance you're going to play in this hurricane.
At that point, I might look at my game plan. And I might, say, screw it. We're going to put in a hurricane package. And that's going to consist of...
Which is what this brilliant guy at North Carolina State did named Dave Dorn.
Well, we're going to do 2 things. We're either A, going to put in a hurricane package and put our quarterback under center and put Mr. Adams at fullback and put the Folsom kid at running back and just try and pound it.
By the way, this was an offensive line that beginning of the season people were talking about as being one of the best in the nation. They're going to be able to just road grade people.
So there's
Let's not forget that.
Or B, I would take either one of my 2 really, really good running quarterbacks in Kaiser and Zaire. One of them. Pick one. I don't care. And I would run the ball with him.
Okay. What would you do on second down?
Or on 3, I would take Adams or Folsom and make a wild leprechaun package.
Ooh, yeah, maybe
with a sniffer in there and get a little 6 or 7 on 5 advantage.
Okay, I like that.
But I don't know
on second down.
I don't know if you get the gist of what I'm doing, but it primarily involves running the goddamn football.
Yes, it does. I believe it was 12 out of 24 first downs. They threw the football.
12 out of 24. 12 times too many.
You know what? Maybe 10 times too many.
The problem wasn't that they were throwing it. It's not like they were trying to hit little dig and dunks.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe throw.
They're trying to throw the ball down the field.
They're going complete air raid. Chuck this thing 20, 30, 40 yards down.
5 wide receivers. It was like, what in the hell's going on?
We're trying to they're trying to throw jump balls on post and go routes in a hurricane.
Yeah. I don't. That was the first time that I thought Brian Kelly needs to be fired.
Brian Kelly's trying to get fired.
Maybe that's what maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's trying to get fired. I don't know. But that was the first time, and I understand he's not calling the offense, but you're the head coach and you were the offensive coordinator. It's still your offense. Would you please say something? You can't. That definitely falls on him.
Yeah,
it falls on him. Because if you see that in the middle of the game, what are we doing trying to throw it? You got a snap that goes over people's heads. You got drop balls all over the place. Receivers slipping on it. I mean, you got everything going on like that, and I just don't get it. I really don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. I'm at a loss for what Notre Dame is, for what they're trying to do. Essentially, I don't even know what they're trying to do sometimes. So I don't know. Maybe Kelly can get it right. Maybe he can't. I don't know. So, I mean, it is what it is. But to some positive news.
Purdue Football.
Hey,
what a game!
Daryl Hazel dancing on the sideline. It was amazing. He was super jacked.
Oh, because he saved his job.
Because he's coaching for his job. Exactly.
Every week. He has to go to a bowl game to keep his job, and that's still in question. A couple alumni sent emails, a couple JPC members and everything sent emails, and to the new AD, and the new AD kind of danced around the subject, but basically said, stick with Purdue. We won't be struggling for long. Which meant either Daryl needs to win or Daryl's going home.
Daryl needs to win.
And
Daryl did win.
I got news for you. The Iowa Hawkeyes come to town this week, and they aren't looking very good.
Maybe it's the fact that Purdue's looking good. How about that? Maybe let's flip the script. Just because maybe Iowa needs to worry about Purdue.
So let's look at this. Iowa, that's a loss.
Think so?
At Nebraska.
What's the spread on that game?
13 points. We'll get there.
Is it 13 right now? Okay. Oh,
Nebraska.
That's one of your picks? Okay.
At Nebraska. That's going to probably be a loss. Penn State at home. I'm giving that the dub to the good guys.
Penn State at home. Okay.
Minnesota. Giving a dub to the good guys.
Okay.
Northwestern at home. Dub to the good guys.
Minnesota's on the road, by the way.
I know. Wisconsin senior day at home, probably not a
probably
dub.
That's an L. That's an L. Yeah.
And then IU. So if you can beat Penn State, Minnesota, Northwestern, you go to a bowl game. And if you beat IU, you
ain't beating
are
IU.
7-4. They're not very good.
Did you literally just say that?
You know, Purdue's in the middle of the worst span of football in their history.
I disagree. I think Indiana's a pretty damn good football team.
Purdue's in the worst era of football in their history of football. And IU's in the best era of football in their history of football.
I understand that, yeah.
And they're both 3-2. So suck it, IU fans. Suck a big one.
I wouldn't say Purdue's in the worst. Let's see how the season ends up.
All right,
Let's see how the season ends up before we say that.
Hazel's setting records.
Let's see how the season ends, and we'll settle that then. So yeah, they got I mean,
so more importantly,
whatever.
On to a team that I actually love to watch because they're really good. The Cubs.
Oh, the Cubs.
Put a 4 spot up in the 9th to beat the Giants, which is big because I don't think they're winning Game 5 just because,
the whole time I'm watching
the whole Cub thing.
The whole time I'm watching that game, and I'm just sitting in my back of my mind. And you know the guys are saying it. Like you see it on Twitter.
Texting you. I'm like, oh, my God.
You see it on Twitter. You see it on Twitter, and the guys are like, the Giants have done this shit before so many times. Like, the Giants are the exact opposite of the Cubs, essentially, like right now. Like, the Cubs, 100 best wins in baseball. Giants are like, they just slide in. They slide in and then go win a fucking World Series, though.
Here's the difference.
They do that shit all the time.
Here's the thing people overlook this year with the Giants team. They have historically one of the worst bullpens in the history of baseball.
The amount of pitching changes in that 8th and 9th inning was
about
driving me nuts. I was like, my God, this
so many commercials.
This last 2 hours was just literally commercials. So you think that's why Fox pays so much for that shit? Oh, God.
So in 13 minutes, Dodgers Nationals kick off.
I don't care about that one, but I got more Cubs. I got more Cubs stuff I want to talk.
So the winner of that takes on the Cubs.
Correct.
Your Cubs lineup, because of the Game 4 win, the pitcher rotation stays the same. So it'll be Lester, Hendricks, Arrieta, Lackey.
Question, what's better for TV, Cubs Nats or Cubs Dodgers?
I don't think it matters.
I think it's Cubs Nats because of Bryce Harper.
The Cubs being there, that's all that matters.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Not to be a dick, but
no, I agree. I agree with that. I think
so
right.
they brought. Here's what I don't understand with the Dodgers. They brought Kershaw in on early roulette on like 2 or 3 days rest and threw him in Game 4 or Game 3.
I haven't watched any games in that series.
Me neither, really.
I haven't.
So Kershaw, if the Dodgers win, Kershaw's fresh for Game 1. So it's Lester Kershaw.
Okay.
If the Nats win, it'll be Lester Rourke because Scherzer's throwing tonight, and you probably don't see Scherzer until Game 3.
But you're not going to see Scherzer twice then.
Which means you're not seeing Scherzer twice.
Well, you could unless they bring back Game 7.
Yeah, because in 4 and 5, no, 4 will be 3, 4, 5 will be in Washington, so that'll be 3 straight.
They'll bring him back Game 7.
That'll be 3 straight off day, so he'll have 4 days for Game 7.
They'll bring him back Game 7. He'd come back on 3 if he could.
Which you'll have Lester. Lester will throw 1, 2's back to back, 3's a rest day, 4, 5, 6. He'll throw Game 6. Which means you'll have Hendricks at home in Game 7.
Yeah.
With Arrieta out of the pen.
Arrieta out of the pen. I thought he was going to go in and shut him down on that Wednesday
After that
night.
home run. He's just, his mechanics, they said all summer his mechanics have been off. But here's the problem.
What did I say? What did I say about
people
4 months ago about Arrieta?
I don't remember.
I was like, 4 months ago, I was like, yeah, you're going to trade him eventually. You're going to trade him.
Oh, they aren't going to sign him. He wants big money.
He ain't getting big money.
Here's the thing people need to realize.
He ain't getting big money.
Here's the thing people need to
He
realize.
was a reclamation project he got lucky with.
Well, he wants big money. That's what I'm saying. That's why he hasn't signed with the Cubs yet. He should have taken their offer. He's still, his opponent's batting average is still well below 200. No one's hitting him. He just can't find his command.
Yeah, he's letting guys on walks, and that's what he's giving up.
And he can't control the running game, and he gives a single, and
then it turns into a double, and it's a problem. So, yeah.
I'll tell you, he walks the guy, and then he gives a single, and now you got first and second, nobody out, and
yeah, so I'm needless to say, I'm on the Cubs bandwagon for Jose Baez or Javy Baez. Javy Baez mainly.
And the Cubs are a bunch of likable guys. I mean, Chris Bryant, great guy.
Bryant's
Addison Russell's just a kid out there playing shortstop.
Oh.
Javy Baez is one of the funnest people to watch in baseball.
Oh my God,
he's
so
a freak.
He's an athlete.
David Ross, Grandpa Ross.
How can you not like David Ross? Everybody likes the grandpa. Yeah, he's
Wilson Contreras, another young star coming up.
Yep, young kid.
Fowler's a good guy.
Yeah,
Zobrist
they're
is
likable
the old
dudes.
journeyman. I mean,
but they're typical Northside Chicago kids. They're perfect, man.
Yeah.
They're freaking perfect. So
let's flow a little rumors out here. I've talked to some people. Some people don't like your idea. I like your idea. No, some people. I've talked to you. I've talked to other people. No one has the same idea about this.
About what?
What the Cubs do in the offseason.
You think
that Rizzo is gone and you get something for him. Trade him away.
I think you need a 4-starter.
Possible. Go get it. Or get another stud.
Or get another,
ace.
Get another blockbuster trade, man.
I mean, you get Rizzo and get a solid 1 or maybe a 2. A solid 2 or maybe a good 1.
So here's what you do. You call the Dodgers. You're going to give him David Ross and Anthony Rizzo for Clayton Kershaw.
Ross retired.
I know. Just kidding.
Something I found interesting. You don't like it. Somebody else brought up was Almora Schwarber for Mike Trout.
No. I don't want Mike Trout. I don't want Mike Trout in Chicago. I don't think he's going to... I don't know. That's just stupid. I wouldn't get rid of Schwarber.
I know you're a big Schwarber fan.
I just think he's a really good stick in that ballpark as a lefty. That wind blows out a lot. I mean, God.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's just a bad deal. Versus Trout, and Schwarber's younger than Trout anyway. Why? Well, you're not going to obviously do it straight up. You'd have to throw something in on the back end for the Cubs, but it could be 4 or 5 prospects.
Well, people forget how great Mike Trout is because he plays in L.A. and they're bad.
Oh yeah, no, he's amazing.
I mean, in his first actual year, he hit 326 with 30 bombs and 83 RBIs. Second year is 323, 27, 97. Third year, his MVP, I believe.
Wasn't he like 340 or something?
He was he was 287, 36, and 111.
Okay.
Last year's 299 and 41 and 90. This year 315, 29 and 100.
Yeah, I mean he's
He's
a 100 RBI guy. How many stolen bases is a question?